Over the past 5 years, the Me Too movement has grown into a global powerhouse, bringing down anyone from powerful executives like Harvey Weinstein to your local creepy manager at a retail store. No one was safe from the Me Too movement, and this is a great thing. Women all over the globe were finally able to call out men in power who had been abusing them and have them held accountable for their disgusting actions. Sure, it destroyed Johnny Depp, and we all know how that turned out. And the Me Too movement doesn't care whatsoever about any woman outside of the Western world. But other than that, it's pretty good. It does also demonize all men, which is not great. I think, yeah, blame people like Harvey Weinstein for sexual assault, but don't blame me. I didn't do it. But even if it did have some collateral damage, who cares? It's just men. It did bring down some very powerful people, and that is a good thing. Like Harvey Weinstein, horrible person. And thankfully, there are a lot of people in Hollywood, some famous actors that have come out and told the world what a horrible person Harvey is and was.
Harvey. I'd like to thank Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Thank you, Harvey Weinstein.
I'm sure they had no idea. So after all these years of the Me Too movement, you would think that if someone was sexually assaulted at work, they would be looked after by the wider population and big corporations. Well, it turns out, not if you're a man. Sorry, gents, you're screwed. Google executive fired after female boss groped him. Well, that hardly seems fair. Ryan O'Hulan, 48, accuses Google of firing him after one of its top executives, Tiffany Miller, groped him at a Chelsea restaurant in December 2019 and told him she knew he liked Asian women, which Miller is. Okay? According to, it would be weird if she said, I know you like Asian women, and she was black. That would be weird. According to a Blockbuster November federal lawsuit filed in Manhattan, Miller, who was the director of Google's programmatic media, rubbed O'Hulan's abs, complimented his physique, and told him her marriage lacked spice. Holy shit, this sounds like a stepmom video on fucking Pornhub. O'Hulan, you get in there and give her a piece of your chiseled white body, sir. Actually, let's take a look at O'Hulan. Okay, good looking fella. What do you reckon Miller looks like? Some old lady from The Office? Nope, not at all, just a horny executive. Not what I expected. I imagine a lot older. I was thinking like the lady who designs the suits in The Incredibles. While O'Hulan, a married father of 7, geez, he loves shooting loads, said he was initially uncomfortable bringing up the incident because many of his colleagues were drunk, his co-workers later chalked up the behaviour to Tiffany being Tiffany. That's disgusting. I wonder if it was male colleagues or female colleagues saying that. I can see dudes saying that. Just, don't worry about it, mate. You'll be right. You're fine, right? And he was like, yeah, I was fine. But yeah. But female, I hope it wasn't any chicks going, it's just Tiffany being Tiffany, babe. It's just Tiffany being Tiffany. You know? Are you part of the team or part of the problem? It's just Tiffany being Tiffany. Here's a hot tip. If you're out there, don't do this to people you work with. It's a terrible move, all right? Just don't do it. Because if these guys didn't work together, no one would give a shit. And also, if he didn't get fired, no one would give a shit. But actually, no one gave a shit. What am I talking about? I think here's a nice piece of advice. Even though a lot of people met the loves of their life at work, if someone walks in your building where you work, don't try and fuck them, all right? Don't you do it. Particularly if you're a PE teacher or a priest. O'Hulan, I don't even know if that's his name, O'Hulan, said he reported the issue to Google's Human Resources Department the following week, but nothing came of the complaint. Could you imagine if a female had done that? If Tiffany had complained about him, the shit would have hit the fan, no doubt, and probably rightfully so, right? It would be front page news. It would be a HR, PR nightmare. But no, we don't hear about it at all. In fact, the HR rep said if it was in reverse, the complaint would be escalated immediately. Wow. Now I'll say this, they're reporting that a grope took place. She rubbed his abs, all right? Fucking harden up, O'Hulan. O'Hulan claims Miller then began retaliating against him after he made the complaint by criticising him and reporting him to Human Resources for microaggressions. Yeah, stop trying to jerk him off at the Christmas party. Maybe that's a little bit of a microaggression vibe, allegedly. Sounds like you found out he complained and you got angry. The retaliation allegedly continued at a Google-hosted event in December 21, in which Miller drunkenly admonished O'Hulan in front of his colleagues. The rancor was so bad that colleagues encouraged Miller to move to the other end of the table, according to the lawsuit. Believe it or not, I've actually obtained a recorded piece from that event. Are you ready?
Oi, O'Hulan, come and fuck me, you pussy.
No way, babe, I got 7 kids and I got real sick abs. I'm not fucking you. I'm going home to be with my wife with a big old blown out pussy.
Fuck off, mate. You love Asian women. Come dip your dip.
Okay, that is enough. All right, that is enough. Also, that's alleged. That's not an actual recording. That's for comedy purposes. Miller drunkenly berated a Houlihan yet again during a company get-together at a karaoke bar. Oh. Where she mocked him upon his arrival and reiterated that she knew he preferred Asian women over white women, knowing that Houlihan's wife is Asian. Oh my God, the plot thickens. Isn't it funny? I also have a recording from that karaoke bar.
Oi, DJ, play Journey's Don't Stop Believing. That's my song. Oi, here comes Houlihan. He's the big girl. Oi, mate, I know about your wife. Yeah, I fucking know all about her. Come and fuck me. Fuck me.
Could you imagine someone walking past the studio right now listening to me say that? Houlihan started to feel an increasing pressure from his supervisor, who told him that there were obviously too many white guys on his management team. That sounds a bit racist. In July, he was encouraged to fire a male employee to make room on his team for a woman. Wow, equality, how beautiful. Let's just get rid of this person because of their gender, yeah. The following month, Google fired Houlihan, ending his employment after 16 years at the company. Wow. During a video conference call, Houlihan said he was told by the Google employee investigations team that he was being fired because he was not inclusive. Not inclusive of fucking old love's pussy on his face, apparently. He was also told that he had a favoritism towards high-performing employees. Imagine that. And he was ableist for commenting on other employees' walking pace. Wow, he liked good workers and wanted people to walk faster. He should be shot, obviously. Now, Miller has denied all of this, so we must assume that she is innocent until she's proven guilty. Unfortunately, men don't get that in these Me Too cases at all, but I think we should always do that. But even if she is innocent, isn't it funny that this hasn't spread through social media like wildfire? Like, no one is upset about this. And I guess it is because the truth of the matter is that people don't give a shit about dudes. Because if they get, sexually harassed, who cares? And there is a caveat to that. Obviously, men are much bigger and stronger than women, so if an unwanted sexual advance comes from a man towards a woman, it's going to be perceived as much more violent or much more worrisome, and fair enough. But if someone's your boss and they do this, then you must understand that that is a very precarious position to be put in, and it's not very fair, and I think that honestly, this lady, if it is true, should cop the same shit that if a man was to do this, that he would cop. But we will see what happens from here. Me Too is important. Men Too is important. But I prefer my movement. Don't be a cunt. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, good. If you didn't, fuck off. My name's Butterfield. Be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Me dick stinks. Tout au revoir. Bye-bye.